Yo, warriors, samurais, and legends, welcome back to the dojo. Shout out to all the new members of the dojo. Thank you for all the super chats, you feel me? Except the messages you leave with them. Anyways, today we are covering a topic that I've jotted down in my ideas and topics to cover, and lo and behold, it's here, it has come up, it's now a topic again. The sickening thing about streamer spaces is that they constantly regurgitate the same exact topics over and over. That being said, the topic has once again come up, that burning question: is streaming easy? We have some stuff to talk about. Let's get to it. It's on the train. Okay. Let's tackle the question at the base level first. Is streaming easy? Yes it is. To start, anybody can press start streaming OBS or your console. The act of streaming is not difficult to start, but like the most basic levels of streaming that you all may be familiar with is going to YouTube, looking at videos and reacting to them. But when you look at streamers like XQC or whoever, the majority of their content is scrolling Reddit, looking and reacting to videos. That's it. Clearly there is a market for this, and it's easy, it's digestible content to understand and dish out. That being said, it is in my opinion that it's some of the most laziest content that someone can possibly produce in 2024. This is not moving the needle. It's not groundbreaking. It is why I often say there are differences between calling someone a streamer and a content creator. I don't know when the vocab changed to start calling everyone and their mother a content creator, but it has to stop. Like, there's a key word in that phrase: creates. So the bar is low for an entry level to get into streaming, and some of the most popular streamers produce some of the most laziest content. So everyone thinks this is the wave. Because this reaches the masses, people say, hey, I can do that, that's easy. Some streamers though, they are really creating some of the most innovative, creative content you could find. The difficulty of this is greatly scaled when you actually try to create. So there's some people that their production levels are just through the roof. I'm talking the Keikashis, the Nekus, the Nutties of the world. Damn, the Nutties of the world. That sounds crazy out of context. But just spending like 10 minutes looking at their content, you can immediately see and say to yourself, oh, okay, the world is really their canvas. Also, the mental and social struggle of streaming, especially when you're trying to make it full time, is super taxing. The constant worry of thinking if your stream is going to generate revenue. Is your community interested and invested in the game you're playing? Is a big supporter of the channel going to disappear someday? Are other streamers using me for something, or do they actually think I'm cool? Like what's up? You know what I mean? Like it's so confusing. So many things also don't translate. You take someone that has 300 subs and they have 300 subs a month all year. On a standard 50-50 Twitch contract, that is $750 a month, $9,000 a year. These same streamers will then clown someone who works at McDonald's. I have news for you, buddy. Someone working at McDonald's flipping burgers that you're clowning, they make more than double that a year. Streaming 100% has its benefits. You make your own schedule. You are your own boss. It is an absolute privilege. You are your own business and you run it how you deem fit. But if you're able to do it full time, it is an absolute blessing. As the streaming industry continues to add more and more things to it, there's more competition. Now you're seeing the rise of Kick. There are way more ways to monetize. I also feel that in order to have the title of content creator, you have to actually create content. Can I find you anywhere else? YouTube, TikTok, Twitch? Ask yourself, what do you create that is needle moving? That someone can look at your content and say, oh, damn, I've never seen this before. That and the constant struggle of having to produce content that people will feel is worthy of their time and money is so taxing. You have to pay attention to statistics, at least at a minimum level. Discoverability, even though Twitch is improving a little bit with things like the discovery feed, it still sucks. That does not motivate people to continue, but I do think some responsibility needs to fall on us. Am I giving my 100% in this? Are we just complaining but not even putting effort into this? In terms of really popular channels earning millions, outside of like Kai Cenat or like Ludwig, from what I've seen, they're doing the bare minimum. Browsing YouTube, watching judge shows or Hell's Kitchen, which I used to do back in 2020 for a short while, but I found it really unfulfilling and uncreative. While I can see how you may want to do it every now and then, having this as an absolute basis and backbone of your content is lazy. I don't care, it's lazy. Your content is just based off of other people's content. How is this creation? What I do is not easy. I have created a world of pocket monsters named Mojimon. I am working on multiple video games involving my community. I work on a text-based RPG that is fully interactive on my Twitch channel, while also playing a big variety of games from anime, fighters, RPGs, you name it. I do so much more than that, but that's just the basis of it. I recognize that I do much more than your regular average Twitch streamer, but it has delivered results. I say that to say this is also another struggle of streaming, and what makes it so difficult is not knowing when to stop. Now, when I say that, I'm referring to people that have these huge hopes and dreams to be the next big streamer, dedicating years of their life to this, investing so much money, and just making nothing in return. Now, more than ever, I see channels sunsetting because they are coming to the realization of just how difficult it is to find success in this lane. We vibing, we making sense yet? Okay, so here is another aspect that makes streaming difficult. Companies are very predatory. They expect you to be a walking billboard. They're not trying to pay you for shit. If they do pay you, it is the super duper bare minimum. Companies will partner with you all day. They'll give you a little discount code and they go on their way. I have only gotten one paid long-term sponsorship in my career, and that was with G Fuel, and I was super grateful for that opportunity. I got the chance to talk with people behind the scenes, address any concerns I had, and it was the most civil conversation ever. But a bunch of companies wants their branding in your panels, your descriptions, your bios, and they aren't giving you a dime, but maybe some free product here and there. They prey on streamers, and these streamers get really starry-eyed at these companies. They can't wait to run to Twitter to say they are partnered with a company, not even knowing that they're getting got. There was a company that will remain unnamed that I hopped into a meeting with some years ago. I saw the people that they were signed with, and I recognized a bunch of faces and my peers. So at first I'm like, oh damn, this person is signed with them. Okay, this has to be a good opportunity. Until they started talking money. They wanted me to pay them over $600 a month, and maybe, just maybe, they'll get me a paid sponsorship. Whether they get it or not, I'm paying over $7,000 a year. Remember that 300 sub combo from earlier? That $9,000 a year? That will leave me with a $2,000 earning if that company gets me no sponsorships. They never heard from me again after that convo, I promise. Little by little, I started seeing some of my streaming peers start waking up and realizing that they were getting absolutely gypped. People are so infatuated with the idea of something that they don't actually check to see if it's a good deal. I saw somebody actually tweet that a dream goal of theirs was to be sponsored by the shady ass company, and I was just like, damn, yo. Lastly, I want to greatly emphasize why monetary support is important. Your community knows that the money that they put into the channel goes directly into your pockets, your family's pockets. It helps feed your kids like any other job. These are real people who are fitting you into their budget to support your dream, your vision. For you not to at least try to create something that you can look back on and say, damn, I did that. It's such an injustice to yourself, honestly. If you want this, it is the most difficult job I have ever had. But I do more than just play games. People say they want to see more faces. They're tired of seeing the same people on top. It's up to the community to help create more stars via support. So go like those sponsored tweets, like the videos on YouTube so it can enter an algorithm. Leave those interactive comments. Without community, we are nothing. That collaborative effort is essential to a channel growing. I get asked a bunch by new people who aren't as familiar with Twitch, and they will say, so people watch you play the game? Why don't they play it themselves? Oh my gosh. And the explanation is so tiring for me. First of all, the assumption that someone even likes to play the game you're playing is very telling. Second of all, are they even good at the game that they're playing? Third, they again know that the funds are going to your channel. Why do you watch the NBA? Why don't you just go on the basketball court? Why don't you go to the YMCA and play ball? Why watch this movie? Why don't you just make your own movie? I started realizing that people don't see live streaming as a skill from the casual perspective, and it's just a very tiring discussion. What do you guys think, man? Is streaming easy? Do you think just anyone can be good at it? Is it a skill? Tell me what you think. A brother would love to read your thoughts. That sounds weird. Thank you for listening to my side of things, and let me know if I left anything out. If you feel it is easy, tell me why. If you feel it's difficult, let a brother know why. That's all from me, man. I gotta go meditate by a waterfall. Always remember, warriors, keep on training.